64 say, you know what? I'm trying to play basketball. I don't just need to be in the NBA. What's the percentage of those guys that just give up and do what you did?
I say 90% now.
Wow.
I mean, people have families to feed, and now it's like you do what you love to get paid and support yourself and your family, whatever. Man. It's because NBA it's hard to crack. It's hard to crack the NBA. It's political.
So you
made up.
So you, like me, don't believe that those are the best players in the world that we seeing every night.
Man, come on. You remember when Ginobili and them waxed them in the Olympics, and then you had that Croatian team with it's like a few guys that could have came to the NBA didn't come.
Yeah.
And shoot, even Greece was waxing us, man. Come on. And when I look back up the team, they laughing at me. I'm like, come on, man. That's the best you got. That's what they say. That's the best you got.
Wow. and that's crazy because again, I've been doing my show for 3 years now, and I have literally said this 100. If I've done 100, 156 shows, I have said that at least 100 times. Like, look, because when me and you start falling in love with basketball, we were looking at the Dallas Mavericks with Mark Price on the bench and Dale Ellis on the bench. And now you got Derek Harper, Rolando Blackman, Mark Aguirre. You got Roy Tarpley on the bench with the Dallas Mavericks. You go from a team like that with 4 All-Stars on the bench to these guys. Me and you together could name 6 Orlando Magic players probably. How is it that the net has been widened in regards to fishing for talent, but you getting less fish? And so it's good to see that I'm just not talking to myself every Wednesday saying something that is unfounded, and it sucks because I want to see the best that they have to offer, and to find out that guys like me, I'm a sports junkie. You go, man, Alvin Sims had it, man. What happened? And then I'm hearing you killing in this league, and you killing in that league, and you killing in this league. And no offense to Pete Myers, and Pete Myers getting a contract. And and I don't mean any disrespect to Pete, but it's like I saw Pete and I saw you, and I'm going, I can do that. And it's like, what and again, it's always the buddy system and who you know versus what you know and things of that nature. With that being said, have you ever considered coaching?
Oh yeah. I'm just I have a 15-year-old daughter right now. I'm just down to see, God hurt. She wants to play college basketball, so I got 2 more years with her, and I want to pursue it seriously.
Okay, with that being said, now, before I ask you about what you're doing currently, I see that Kenny Anderson went to a this is my theory. I think that guys like yourself and other guys should consider HBCUs because, our community consistently is crying that we're being exploited. Have you ever considered, like Kenny Anderson went to HBCU, George Lynch went to HBCU, Darryl Walker was coaching at Clark Atlanta, now Kenny's down there. Do you think it's possible? And because I know the Alvin Sims are not going to go. I know the Charles O'Bannons and those guys, they're not going to go. It's not even a question. What do you think if guys like myself get in contact with guys like you and Kenny, and we start filtering some of this second-level talent from places like Chicago, Detroit, New York, so forth and so on, into the HBCUs? My thought is this. After about 5 years of filtering in that talent with a guy like you who teaching these guys how to play basketball, it would be nothing for an HBCU team to make the Elite 8. Your thoughts on that, and do you think that's possible?
No, definitely it's possible. Yeah. It doesn't take much. I mean, especially, there's a lot of athletes out there. Man.
Right.
They just need that opportunity, and if that's their gateway, then that, I would love to be in that opportunity to help them to advance.
Because, with that being said, Alvin, that's my fantasy. Because a guy like you who loves the game, who wants to teach the game, to network with you. I've had a few coaches from Chicago, the Chicagoland area. I've had, I know you know this guy. You played against him. Deion Thomas, who was at Illinois.
Yeah.
Me and Deion, he's been on the show, and me and Deion come from the same neighborhood. And like he said, he wants to do it. And that's my ultimate fantasy, to link up with guys like you and others who want to coach, potentially filter you guys to HBCUs and watch you guys actually teach basketball. And watch, because I'm tired of people saying things like, oh, well, that's just a stepping stone school. Because my theory has always been college football and basketball coaches are hired to become legends, and professional coaches are hired to be fired. Because it's only a matter of time before you get fired at an NFL, NBA level. But at college, Coach K is writing his own ticket. And Alvin, if he could funnel some of those guys, like when you used to travel to Chicago, people like Marcus Liberty and others, they're still having camps and things of that nature. Just imagine if they start funneling those guys to Alvins University. And that's my goal, that's my dream. And I think it's accomplishable. And it's refreshing to hear someone from my generation saying, hey, man, we need to teach these people, because just like you got your education and you learn basketball. We need more Alvin Sims out there. And with that being said, tell me about what you're doing.
I'm a basketball trainer, so kids come to me, wanted to work on the game, so I teach them straight fundamentals, game situations. Mm-hmm. I work on what I feel they need to work on. I try to teach balance, staying low, stuff they don't do today. That's fundamental, that can help you in your game. Ball handling, passing, shooting techniques. Footwork, agility. I work with it all. So my goal is to get you better, get you prepared to play for any coach, not just to go out there and be flashy, to be able to run their system, to be able to run their, the plays, and just basically understand the game. Okay,
great. How can people get in contact with you?
All through social media. Instagram is AlSims05, ALSIMS05.
Okay.
I have a Facebook page, S5 Academy, S5 Academy on Facebook, and Twitter is my name on Twitter. So you can get on touch any social media site.
Okay.
Get in touch with me.
Awesome. So, with that being said, I really want to keep in contact with you, because I've reached out to a few coaches, and they've been on the show here in Chicago, and I really want to put us in a situation, because like even Tracy Murray was saying that the art of actually playing basketball is being lost, because kids don't actually play basketball. They go see Alvin, learn the fundamentals, but they're not putting this to use, because they just run up and down the court at these Nike camps. They don't want to play pickup. Again, another goal of mine is to create a tournament, like a Rutgers kind of thing. But I want to do it in Louisville. I want to do it in Detroit. I want to do it in Memphis. I want to do it in St. Louis. I want to do it in Chicago. I want to do it throughout the country, and potentially get together and make us a national tournament. Because it's easy to say what we don't have, but I believe if people like you and Dion and Kenny and others who've taken the steps to work with young people, because Kenny used to have a traveling team down in Florida before he took the Clark Atlanta job, and I want to just put us in position to win versus just, hey man, I'm playing basketball and I'm just going to play basketball. because, like you said, there are a ton of athletes out there, and there are a ton of people who need opportunities, and the only way we're going to create those opportunities is to work together. So I'll definitely stay in contact with you. And as I stated before we got on air, right before we wrap this up, we have what is called the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court are either 9 basketball players at your position or 9 basketball players in general that tell the story of basketball. Because, the Supreme Court of the United States, they tell the story of the law of the land. So I want 9 basketball players from you that without these guys, there is no basketball in Alvin Sims' world. So with that being said, we have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 best basketball players in Alvin Sims' opinion.
Number one inspiration is still writing a story. Mahmoud Abdul-Aruf.
Wow, that's deep. I like that.
The reason being, when I seen him play in LSU, and you had Shaq and Stanley
Roberts.
Yeah, Stanley Roberts.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't even noticeable, man. And he's 50 a game, shooting threes over 3 feet. Mm-hmm. Unbelievable.
Awesome.
Okay. Michael Jordan, of course. Changed the game. Well, I think it was Julius Erving 2.0.
A lot of people don't say that. That's mad respect for you for saying that.
Yeah, so, I emulated a lot from MJ. He inspired me a whole lot. So, like I mentioned before, Magic Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
Changed the game, 6'9" at the 1. Great passer, great ball handler. He inspired a whole lot of point guards. I say definitely Jason Kidd probably emulated his game. Larry Bird. Larry Bird was tough. He wasn't scared of nobody. And then, that inspired me too. I'm like, this guy, ugly jump shot. I hated his jump shot, but it went in. Duncan, assists, played D, did it all. Say Dominique Wilkins.
Another guy that people don't talk about enough.
Yeah, he had so many highlights. So many that they don't even know about. That's why I'm glad, Instagram posting them all day long. And I liked how he revived his career. He went, he got, ended up going overseas and coming back. Ended up with San Antonio.
Mm-hmm. You know what my favorite thing about Dominique Wilkins is? Dominique Wilkins is the only player, I believe, in NBA history that could say, I outplayed Larry Bird in a Game 7. They lost because Larry Bird had more help. But he can say, I outplayed Larry Bird one night.
Right. Yeah, he did.
Okay, finish.
So, where am I now?
You got 5 more to go. You got MJ, you got Mahmoud, you got Bird. Hold on. You got Bird, Magic, Mahmoud, MJ, and who else did you say? You said somebody else. Bird, MJ, who? Dominique.
Yeah, Dominique. Yes.
So you got 4 more to go.
Okay. Next guy, I like Tim Hardaway. Gotta throw Chicago in there. Tim, the UTEP step between the leg crossover, that's my go-to. It was my go-to for years.
Mm.
You can catch it on a couple highlights I have on my Instagram doing Tim Hardaway.
My man.
Tim was tough, man. Even to his last career, the last few games with Miami. And I love his toughness and his ball handling. Let's see.
What I liked about Tim the most, I watched this game. Tim went 0 for 17 with 11 assists and 18 points. And they won. That's what a point guard does. I don't have to hit shots. I'm going to make it easy for y'all.
Right. Let's say Kobe.
Kobe.
Yeah, Kobe, because